One of her latest and greatest wins, the silver medal in rhythmic gymnastics at IE Summer Youth Olympic Games in Buenos Aires. Before that was the title of absolute winner of the world Gmnted in Morocco, twice in a row, first place in the Championship of Ukraine in rhythmic gymnastics, bronze and silver medals of the European Championships and the like. To the gymnasium Christine has led parents in 2008. Did it to a child to develop harmoniously and healthy. In parallel also engaged in ballroom dancing. It's hard to say if I did then some success in both areas or not, was too small to realize it. But it so happened that on the schedule I don't have time to go to both classes and gave preference to gymnastics because I liked it, recalls the young athlete. First was a typical workout for 45 minutes a day, then loads became larger. She had noticed the potential and have started to prepare before the first competition. The first medal I received on microbna competitions in Lviv. Was proud of her, of course, but it too was not taken seriously. And at that moment I was 7-8 years. Understanding that doing it not just because it's already when I went to the all-Ukrainian competition, says the athlete. Today the girl is the first number in the national junior team. And until recently, the biggest dream was the Youth Olympic Games. Now, gold at the Adult Olympics. First 4 lessons at school, then workout, homework and sleep. This is the order of the day Christine, when ahead there is no competition. When the time is approaching school fades into the background, instead, the athlete spends almost all day in the hall with a break for lunch. I'm in the room more time than at home. Often travel to competitions, which can last from 1 to several weeks. And when they come to school, to learn intensively, because they have to catch up. So time for a walk or a TV I have no choice, she says. When something like less, was that I refused to go to the gym, saying that tired. You could say that I was a little pressed parents, so I continued. And I'm grateful to them because without this we would not have the results that we have now, added the athlete. According to Christina, she's got more friends, on the carpet, such as gymnasts, as she was. With them, she sometimes spends his spare time but first sport. Yeah, I don't go every day in the movie, not sit in social networks, do not rest in the park. And every visit so many countries, how many have I attended? Everyone learns so much. I don't think. And this discipline gives a lot to go through life easier, said the athlete. According to Irina, that artistic gymnasts retire early, stereotype. Actually, all individually. Someone maybe in 30 years to perform, and someone to say, all in 17. Before, when I went to the competition, I was very sad for his family. But now I am used to, it is clear that mother will not ride with me to competition. It is not accepted, explains Christine. When not close relatives, helps coach Irina. According to her, athletes have no time for the problems, they should always be in good shape and good spirits, otherwise the speech may fail. Christine edged the moment the most successful athlete of the club, Nika, which was founded by Irina 10 years ago. With Lviv, Nikki, came another participant of a national team, Maria Vyzachanskaya. 2 years ago Maria moved to Kiev, now trains in the Deryugin school and acts in the exercise group. Obviously, number 1 in Ukraine, the Deryugin school, admits Irina Ruda. In general, the strongest clubs and schools based in Kyiv, Lviv, Odessa, Kharkiv and Dnipro. But really, very often, athletes are moving to Kiev to study at Deryugin. Suits for training, bathing suits for performances, equipment, travel to competitions, and in the end, the actual training is what you have to pay to parents of gymnasts. Coach Christina Irina Redhead says this is not a cheap pleasure. Ribbon, clubs, ball, all what works the athlete are an average of 2,000 hryvnias. Are the same things not too long once worn, you need to buy a new one. Not everyone can afford to do gymnastics. First-time participation, accommodation and travel to competitions paid for exclusively by parents, and sometimes it is very expensive. This is already the trip of Christina when she goes to the national team, paid for by the government, explains the coach. However, according to Irina Rudo, who want to engage in this sport do not become less. On the contrary, in Ukraine, rhythmic gymnastics is only gaining popularity. Schools and clubs are increasing, competition is increasing, and this increases the quality of programs that show in the competition.